Did we check the internet? I think we're live. I think we're going to go. We got a hurricane coming through as we speak right now. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ingrid, for being here. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, here she comes. It's time for video check-in. Don't hit the lights. What is wrong with you? To my left, co-host, chickenista, chicken expert, Kristen. Today is going to be an awesome show. Look at Goosebumps.
Coyotes are everywhere.
What's going on, Kristen?
Oh, I was just getting my chicken poop necklace on.
Can I get some? Someone's already pooped. Ingrid's like doing her job. Ask and you may receive. Ingrid is on it.
Don't blame it on me.
Oxygen is the solution to foul odors.
Oh, I just felt it on my back. It's warm and oh, God.
I knew I was going to have serious problems that, like, the coop remained that much better than the house forever.
The coop is beautiful, by the way. I'm not trying to plug your products by any means.
Please do.
Lipstick, give me a makeup kit. You know, I'll be nice and pretty for the crows.
Oh, so let's pull out another chicken. This is like a magic trick. Up to 1 o'clock already. Oh my God. We have a new Ingrid.
Memo. I missed the memo.
Know a lot of people who do raise rabbits alongside their chickens.
Why would you wait till the last minute to pull out your homework?
Have we met before?
Yeah, that's a good one with the cords and everything.
This falls right off, and he regrows a new one the following spring.
Calm down, Matt. Calm down.
Why?
This is a really interesting show.
Oh, it's, see?
Yeah.
My fault. I love it, Cindy. You just earned yourself a shirt. I love that.
Yes, Matt, you are right.
I had no idea what to expect when we opened up that box. And this is why we love what we do.
That's my goal, is to really bring people together through chickens.
The power of chickens.
So.
All right, just see it. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Video Chicken Live. Yes, we are live right now, 12:02 p.m., Friday, noonish, Eastern. Hurricane is coming through right now, so hopefully we're gonna be able to get through the entire show. Like it's a hurricane. It's a hurricane show.
Yeah.
We should have done. What do you do with your chickens in a hurricane?
Well, I know what they're doing here. They're like knocking to come in.
Yeah, I almost let them in.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they love.
That wouldn't be bad, would it?
They love to hang out underneath the overhang here at the building, and it drives me nuts. Well, actually, it drives Lance nuts because he's like, I gotta go power wash the sidewalk again. Yeah, they won't go in their coop.
Why?
I don't know, because they're chickens.
Don't they sleep in the trees here?
I don't know. Sometimes, if they don't go into the coop at night, then yes, they end up in the trees because we don't shut them in at night like we're supposed to. We're the worst.
It was probably
owners.
the adjustment when you took away the old coop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not happy about taking away the old coop.
I went out to my chickens this morning. Everything, the chicken door was open. It wasn't even raining yet, but I think they sensed something because they were all in the coop, and they just hang out.
I think you just have some chickens that like a hurricane.
Well, mine have a new coop.
No, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
And
are they sleeping in your coop?
Yeah.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, yeah, they are.
I shared some pictures. Yeah, but they're not happy because they're used to being free ranged, and I have them all locked in the new coop because they have to imprint or realize that's home, right?
How many chickens you got in your coop right now?
5.
Yeah, 5.
The hell you say? I saw the picture you sent to me. Honestly, how many do you got in there?
We don't talk about numbers on the show.
50, 50. Seriously, how many?
Can't you just take an answer?
Yeah. Anybody?
No.
Everybody here knows what 5
Yeah,
means.
I think I'm getting
a little hot underneath the lights here.
I'm getting red.
We are live on TikTok. For some reason, live TikTok just won't go normal. I don't know what in the world's going on over there, but if you're watching on TikTok, that's just so you find out about Video Chicken Live. If you're into chickens, not into chickens, into people eating disgusting stuff, talking about hurricanes, how many chickens do you have?
It's just chicken chat this morning.
Yes, go over to Video Chicken Live on YouTube.
I guess it's kind of a behind the scenes view though, because it's us in front of the green screen.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It was just an idea to see how many people we can stream to come over to the show.
Yeah.
I see we already got a bunch of people here. Fish and Matt Ryan,
friends.
where have you been? Fish and Matt Ryan has not been around in a while. Good morning,
He went
Mike
to
Trapp.
Florida.
What do you mean went to Florida?
And then he got out just in time. Yeah. He went on vacation.
Yeah, you talking
Did you just take a vacation?
No, we
a
don't.
working vacation.
No, there's no such thing as a vacation.
I saw you
when
had
own
some fun.
Are
You
we
did
not
some-
allowed to have fun?
I encourage you
Am
to
I
have
not
fun.
allowed to punch out at the end of the day? Nah, do you hear
You
this? This is
should.
what I deal with every single day.
No,
and
only
you don't
on
believe
Fridays. If you're
that
talking
is
about
true
me.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's exaggerating.
Oh my gosh.
as
Yes.
per usual.
What? I'm just encouraging you to use some downtime and have some fun.
I know. Here's what's so frustrating, and it doesn't matter during the show, but as a business owner, and only business owners will know,
There is no downtime.
there's no downtime.
Well, it looked like you had some downtime.
We try. You know what I'm doing is, well, on near death. Hold on. Do you just swipe that? Maybe Kelly has to come in and fix that. Kelly, if you're listening right now, if you can come in and fix the TikTok screen.
Well, what do you want me to do? I'm close.
I don't want you to leave your seats. I want you to be here and be entertaining for everyone. Because today we're going to do Q&A. Today I need your guys' help. I'm going to show you a chicken coop that I don't recall, and I came across it going through our SketchUp. And I was on the phone with Evan. And I'm like, Evan, when are we doing this chicken coop? This thing's amazing. He goes, we did that last year. I'm like, what? So then I reached out to Ethan. He starts blowing my phone up, sending me pictures. This is one of the most beautiful coops in my opinion, I've ever seen.
Well, you haven't seen mine.
True.
I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, I have seen yours original. Anyways,
yes.
so I'm going to show you guys today a coop that is like a hybrid of a hybrid, if you will.
Yeah.
And of course, you guys know me. I love giving something a good name. I think a name is what gives it its place in life, its birth.
Right.
And our philosophy is, of course, we've been known to name the coops after states. And there's a little strategy there with
Yeah.
SEO and whatnot.
Yeah.
But in the beginning days of Carolina Coops, they were actually the last name of the customer that gave us the idea. Because again, they were all customs originally. Is Kelly not listening? Is she
The
not? Is she
Hammond?
on the phone? If anyone could come in and try to fix the TikTok, I don't know what's going on over there. The what?
The Hammond,
Yeah.
the Fahey.
Well, Fahey was recent.
The
Mi-
Fahey
Miss-
actually would be a great coop. I mean,
Yes.
that one doesn't get the attention it
I know,
deserves
because we
either.
need to go out and film it. You're exactly right. Mr. Fahey actually reached out recently.
Yeah.
He wants a channel going to an additional run.
Would you like for me to go out and install that for you?
No, we can handle it.
Yeah,
Thank you. If you would like to go out, feel free.
I like Bruce Fahey's coop probably more
Yeah.
than any other.
Me
coop.
too. I mean, that thing is amazing.
Yeah, and and he can't get me good pictures, so you do have to go
Because
out
it's a tight area.
Ingrid,
So,
do you want to go with me? Let's go.
so we do need to do a video of that. I am headed back out to California. Actually, we got a coop going out to, it's actually in production right now, going out to Reno. So we're going to be in northern Nevada. We were just in Las Vegas. Can I say that much, Non? We were just in Las Vegas on business, had an amazing visit. And then we were in Denver, went from Vegas to Denver on a coop visit, or a visit for business to do a coop for another customer. And yes, we had a great time.
Fantastic.
And
That's
it was
all I want to know.
Yes, it was nice to get the kids out of their comfort zone.
Good.
And the
And
customers were outstanding.
oh my gosh.
Chicken
So
people are the best. And other birds.
there's so much I wish I could tell you guys, and I can tell you half of our trip that I got permission on. The first half, still can't talk about it, but had an
He
experience.
really doesn't want you to talk about it, or are you assuming?
I didn't know we were allowed to say he.
Nope, muskrat.
Not at all. Dang it. So, and this is going to be one of our most complicated builds ever. And when I say complicated, I don't mean big. It's not going to be small.
It's a lot of moving parts.
Oh my gosh, there's so much with what's going to go on, but it was an amazing trip. And what I did want to say is this. I had a revelation. Is that the right word, Non? I shared this thought with Non, and I wanted to share it with everyone. There's something floating in your water.
No, that doesn't bother me.
Oh, you are nuts. We had a visit with two of the world's best. I can say that, right, Non?
Yes.
We went from
literally world's
yeah. I'm not,
best.
there's no exaggeration here. We went from one person that was the world's best, and then we decided, because we had a layover in Denver, I said, I want to go visit with a customer we're going to be doing a coop for, who is also a world's best. And I realized, it's like, oh my gosh, back-to-back world's best. That just goes to prove to me that Carolina Coops, we are definitely the world's best.
Yes.
Hands down.
That's right.
That's what I always say
The
when I
world's
type out
best.
stuff.
Are you being...
No, that's exactly right. The world's best, visiting the world's best. Because what would the world's best want?
Exactly.
Would be the world's best.
And
I
it
always
just...
refer to us as the world's best chicken.
You really are.
Thank you. And here's the reason why I mentioned that, because it's taken me years to be able to say things like that, because it's like, how do you know you're the world's best? Like, world's best coffee. How do you really know? I did have the world's best coffee actually out in Vegas.
Really?
Oh my God, I couldn't get enough of it.
What was it?
And we hate restaurant coffee.
Yeah, it was. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep plugging. I wish some companies
I am a
would.
huge coffee fan.
This was phenomenal coffee, and it was at a restaurant. So the second customer that we met with, we had
I really want to know about the coffee.
an amazing visit.
Was it French press?
I don't know. We're going to be doing a Coop for Brian Shaw. I'm not sure if that name rings a bell. 4 times. Not once, not twice, not 3, 4 times world's strongest man. He reached out a while ago wanting to do a chicken coop. He reached out saying, you know what, Matt, I'm learning a lot about our food, where it's coming from. My boys are, he's got young boys, they're growing up, and he's like, I got to get a reason for them to get outside. Just started saying all things like, yes, thank you, because those are the things we want to hear. Those are the things that I'm so happy that people are finally realizing our food is killing us, if you really think about it.
Make America healthy again.
Yeah. Ooh, can she say that? Is that allowed? Thank you. Okay. You're probably
I said
allowed
healthy
to.
again.
Yeah, you're probably allowed to. Well, but there's a big, speaking of that, because
that's
of
the movement to make our food healthy again. Like, take out all of the dyes and the chemicals, and let's do some real education, and eggs are a big part of it.
Well, so speaking of that, then I'm going to skip. I'll come back to Brian.
That's actually why most people get into chickens. They say, oh, we're just going to get chickens for the eggs, and then they fall in love with the chickens, right?
Yes, the backyard
I love
chickens
that progression.
are definitely a gateway drug to health, homesteading, conspiracy theories.
And pet chickens.
So hold on, because of Make America Healthy Again, so we leave Thursday next week, headed back to New York City. Make sure, if you're not doing anything Saturday morning, we're going to be live on Fox and Friends, the weekend show, showing off a chicken coop. And they are doing a lot of Make America Healthy Again, which I am very, very happy that that's finally starting to become cool and get out there. We've been doing this for a long time, long before it was cool, right?
Right.
So I'm just glad that word's getting out there. But anyways, 4-time world's strongest man. We had just an amazing meeting with them out in the middle of Colorado. Big skies, bright sunshine, and we're going to be doing a chicken coop for him. And it was just an amazing meeting, a great person, great family to meet. A big dude.
You sent me a picture of you and he together, and he didn't really look much stronger than you, actually.
Well, I can assure you, he is, oh my gosh, this man.
I mean, you weren't lifting dumbbells or anything.
No, he is such a...
he was just in regular clothes and stuff, and he didn't look that different.
That's called the fish photo. It was a trick. I kind of stood a little bit closer to the camera.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. That was a complete fluke about the picture. But I assure you, I meant to get a picture standing next to him because he is just such a...
Well, you were next to him.
No, I was actually a little bit. If you really look at
the...
anyways.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, I had no idea a picture was being taken. Anyways, so I'm just... That was amazing. It was an amazing trip. It was great to get away from the shop. I can't thank Evan Archer enough to come down from New York, time away from his family. He's been here, just making sure everything continues to run smoothly. So Evan,
fantastic.
Thank you for that. And there's just so much going on. So we got to meet with 2 of the world's best. I can't wait to talk to you guys when the time comes about the other one. And heading out to Vegas, Italy. The chicken coop, was it 3 pallets? Is on an airplane as we speak on its way to Italy. So after New York City, we have to come right back, and Evan, Ethan, and myself, we're headed to Italy. We're going to be putting that coop together.
Is there going to be like a warning in the state that you 3 are going?
I'm free if you need an extra person.
Again, you are free to do what you want.
Really? Can I come?
You're free to do what you want. However, and you've already been there once, and you kind of warned me that you saw the sleeping situation there.
Yeah, the worker housing.
Is that what we're calling it? Is it? Oh,
I don't forget.
Is it like a hostel, a youth hostel?
Yes. Well, it maybe looks like a.
It's a 4-star hotel.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna get a room. But I appreciate that he's hooking
the
us
hotel
up.
is very nice, but
Can I have a napkin, please?
He was going to provide free housing in the
I know, which
workers'
is
quarters.
super nice. Well,
unless non-negotiated something different.
No, that's where Evan and Ethan are going to reside. So it's going to be interesting, and we're bringing no tools. We have a very complicated custom coop going on the mountainside of Florence, Italy, bringing no tools.
I'm super glad that you're going to be 6 hours ahead of me, and I'm not going to answer the phone when you call angry.
Do you still need adapters for Europe for electricity?
Yeah.
I got them. They each
Okay.
have one.
Okay. I didn't know. It's been so long since I've been to Europe, so I didn't
Yeah. So because of that,
know if they came with the room.
I even got them travel pillows so they can sleep on the way there, so they're not angry.
They're going to be drunk.
no, we are not. No, we
The
are not.
plane.
There's no drinking on the job or
No,
on
on
a
the
business
plane.
trip. Nope. If you're on a business trip, there's no drinking. It's a dry trip.
What? I don't believe that for a second.
All right.
Yeah. You're not a very good actor.
I know. Tell me
don't
about
have
it.
A good poker face. at
Oh,
all.
speaking of, well, not a good actor, but also next week, I just got off the phone. Hopefully, they're going to be doing a live interview of me on Fox.
Good. Oh, are we going to plug that GoFundMe? Did you broach that subject?
I don't know what broach means. If we can use normal words.
Approach. Did you mention?
Of course I did. I already told you that.
Did they? What'd they say? Were they interested at all?
There is interest.
Cool.
You have to.
Well, let's remind
You're very good at
Let's
that.
remind people that we
Thanks.
have a GoFundMe for Mary, who was a guest a couple weeks ago. Well, Kristen, you tell the story.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, so she got a letter from her HOA and fined for having backyard chickens, even though she did her due diligence before she bought the house, and then was being fined every day because they decided the new HOA decided to make a stink.
Yeah.
This is the short version, the Reader's Digest version. So she went to court. She lost. They appealed. She won. She won the right to keep chickens because they were considered her pets. By this time, she wanted to move because she didn't want to be there because she was getting harassed from other people. And she moved, but she had to pay those fines that she accrued to sell her house. Because this was this was before they went to appeal, so she hadn't won on appeal yet. So she had to pay $30,000 in fines, plus she's amassed over $80,000 in lawyers' fees. She took it to the appeals court. She won that. Now she doesn't live there anymore, but she still went and did that. And now the HOA is just being stubborn and obstinate and saying, no, we're going to go to the Supreme Court. So that's where she is. Kristen started a GoFundMe. It's on the episode. I also edited on all the subsequent episodes, the link to it.
Oh, thank you.
So people could do it. And it's on our website under that show as well. On the podcast. And actually, it is. There's a link on the title of the show on the website.
Yeah, let me see if I can get the title of the GoFundMe too.
Yeah, so we just want to keep reminding people. I'll probably put it more prominent on our page as well.
Yeah, we had some excellent some excellent contributions during the show and after. They've been coming in. It's very nice.
And we
the reason
that.
why this is so important to really all of us is it sets the precedent that chickens are pets. So that is certainly something that you can use if you have an issue with your local town or your local neighborhood, that now in at least the state of North Carolina, we have precedent that chickens are pets.
Right.
So, and they really are. I mean, some of us have one, some of us have 5 or so, but they're all pets.
Yeah.
Yep. So let me see if I can get that name.
And
real
Matt Ryan
quick.
really wants to know where in California you're going to go.
Well,
Bruce is north, though, right?
yeah, he's way north.
And Matt, you're south.
I know. I want fishing. Matt Ryan to take me out fishing so bad. It'd be so much fun to meet him.
Yeah, you are a fishing enthusiast.
You could say that. I use analogies at least every 5 minutes around here.
Yeah.
So
Everything's fishing all the time.
So listen. Yes, of course. For the people that know me, are you kidding me? This is such an important story, an amazing story, and it's I can't promise anything, but of course, as an advocate of what she is doing, I'm gonna do everything I can to make this as publicly aware for everyone. Make sense?
I guess you can look up a GoFundMe started by Kristen Warren, and it's chickens as pets. I can't find the name of it real quick, but I do have some chickens in the news for later.
And I did want to
yes
bring this up real quick. So, what's going on here? I made some adjustments, so let's make sure.
Yeah, why do you touch things? It's never
I
good.
can't help it.
Oh, Leslie Carson. Kristen, quick follow-up for Rachel and her hubby from last week. I did get a follow-up. I helped them on Monday order their baby chicks. We ordered, how many did they want? They wanted like 8 or 10. They got 13. You're welcome.
It's like the baker's dozen at the bagel store.
I said, sometimes you lose some in shipment. And then I got a nice little follow-up video from Sean, and he did a little shout out to Carolina Coops and to me. Looked like they all survived, and they were in the house.
Yeah, I was just on the phone with Sean this morning asking how it's going, getting ready for next week and all that. They couldn't be happier. So thank you so much for doing that.
Good.
I think it's just a great service that you offer for people.
Is Rachel happy with the chickens in the house?
Well, see, I was trying to tiptoe around, but now that you brought that up, she's doing all right.
I think they were about to move them to a bathroom. But they were like clearly in like the dining room hallway, like
and the kids were naming them, so that's it.
Yeah,
and they were picking them up, and they were so. And you could even see in the video how they're all different.
Yeah,
they're black and white.
I saw the white crested black Polish.
Yes.
Yeah. But thank you for not
Rachel's
pushing.
gonna love that.
Thank you for not pushing any silkies.
She's gonna freak out when that thing gets
because that was a Polish on the news that she's like,
Yes.
especially that
So
one.
this way she can grow into it. I mean, that top knot's not gonna get big until later, and right.
Everybody loves Phyllis Diller.
And besides, with the
Agreed.
female top knots, they're more of a bouffant hairdo. Like they're not the crazy, like streamers top knot that the males are. So
Right, that's true.
and those. It's not going to be as scary. I
Yeah.
mean, everybody likes a bouffant. Right?
And she did a great video
saying that
on it. She did a great video on it, which I really appreciate her, the shout out. And it's going to be interesting seeing the journey. So after Sunday, I think is when we're going to be going to their house and showing up there. So you guys can definitely see a lot of videos. We might have to take a fence down, which is not fun because you never know what's going to happen. It'll just kind of open up a can of worms. So Mr. Fisher Matt Ryan, yes, I didn't buy store-bought eggs. Non did because I am so hard to deal with when it comes to feeding. I just want to open my mouth and insert food. That's how bad I am. So she has to buy everything, or I won't eat.
At a drop of a moment.
Yeah. So all right.
Oh, I have plenty of eggs right now.
All right, guys. So listen, we are live September 27th, 2024. It is hurricane's coming through. So hopefully we don't lose signal or anything like that. We had a major power outage at the building last week. I was getting that call 6 a.m. here, which was like 3 a.m. there. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. We are going to be bringing up some pictures. I guess we can go ahead and bring up some pictures. I want to show you guys a coop that that Evan designed probably about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years. And then Ethan went out and assembled this coop in Montana. And I was looking, look at that. You can't tell me. Are we sharing? You got? Oh yeah, of course we are. Okay, so you see this.
Overlay.
What color roof is that?
That's a perfect overlay. That is, Ethan could probably chime in. That doesn't look like Galleria blue. Because that's more of a blue.
Yeah,
There's also a blue called Hawaiian.
Is that the Hawaiian blue? If someone from the office can confirm, because that's a great question. People are going to start asking, what kind of blue is that? What kind of white is that with the black hardware? All right, so listen.
That doesn't mean that it's still available.
Right. Here's what I can tell you. Right now, poor Ingrid. Ingrid, I'm going to make your life so easy. I am hoping after we get the full click and buy up and running by January, we have to do an addition here, or I'm gonna have to take this out to the farm and it's gonna take over my personal shop. Which, shocker, we got to start forming our own metal. Getting metal.
I'm not moving again.
Getting metal from these companies have been so bad lately, inconsistent. It's so frustrating. It makes our job so much harder. So yes, the color changes, the names change, but yes, Ingrid.
Yeah. So anyway, you want to tell people where this coop is located?
Okay. Well, it's in Montana. Lakeside, Montana.
And what size is it?
That's a very custom size.
Kenzie and I were going on. I was like, this doesn't look right. It's so with that cutout. It's so hard to tell the size. It just plays tricks on you.
8 or 10 wide?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes. What is it?
It's 8 by 18.
That's 8 by 18.
It is. It looks weird, right?
Because of that bottom.
Because the bottom.
Yeah.
Like,
It makes it look
Kenzie and
wider.
I was like, are you sure? She's like, yes. And she actually drew something that was like 3 foot, 6 foot, 9 foot. She did the whole thing for me.
Here, I'm going to do something real
And
quick.
it is.
Oh, I can't. Shoot.
Ethan says it's gallery blue.
Oh, it is gallery.
Yeah, thank you, Ethan. Yeah, stand by. I'm going to need you to answer. So here's the thing. I don't know if we have all the pictures. I want to give
Well,
Ethan.
I have others.
Okay. So here's the coop. Okay, well, actually, so that is
That
8
blue
foot
was
wide,
really pretty.
18 foot long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming our house white, our Carolina white with the black hardware, Galleria blue roof. Now, obviously, you guys can see it's a Carolina coop, but with the pull-out drawers underneath. So it's like a hybrid.
Accessing from the outside.
But there's more.
We're
but
gonna
wait,
get
don't
to-
order yet. There's
Thank
more.
you.
Podcast listeners, I'm painting a picture.
Well, if the podcast listeners are mad right now because they weren't here live, they should be here live. Is that wrong?
Yes.
No, yes, it is wrong.
Or go to YouTube and watch it later.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
But if you're at work and
If
you're
you're
being all, like
driving,
low key and you
yeah.
just got your
Is that what
headphones
you
on,
guys do?
Oh, I listen to podcasts.
Oh my
when
God.
I drive
I walk
all the
around.
time.
I love it. I love when they're like,
Oh, I'm not talking about during work, but
No,
when I drive.
yeah, I'm listening to a podcast now on the way.
I love
here.
information.
so you can see underneath the hen house is a pull-out drawer system. So it gives it, so what is making this coop so beautiful? Is it because we've never done one like this before? Is it the setting, the yellow and the leaves?
The yellow and the blue.
Oh
Can
my,
I show another picture?
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
I want to see those drawers.
Can I mention
extended.
that there is no assembly manual for this modification, and it is not available yet to ship out to customers to assemble yourself?
I am.
We can do anything. So if you want this coop, just give us a call.
And just like, hang on.
So I had the pull-out
Hate you
drawers,
sometimes.
and then,
So this is
there's a
another- yeah, I
great
love this
side
view.
shot. How beautiful
Whoa.
is that? Now, so what Ingrid's getting to is on the front side of the basement drawers is a brooder basement,
yeah.
which is really cool.
Oops.
All right, so there's a here, hang out right there. Okay, so there's the drawers. Now, here's what I want to explain. And I don't know if we did get the picture. Oh yeah, do that. Do a side by side. Ethan got a picture of him standing on those drawers.
Whoa.
Yes, those are 500-pound rated drawer slides. Okay, so those are legit drawers, not carts like what's in the Craftsman coop. Legit drawers that you pull out for storage. And on the picture on the right of your screen, you can see the doors for the brooder basement.
Yeah.
So when I saw this coop,
That's why that cutout is there, which just kind of tricks our eyes to figure
Right.
out how the length is.
right,
That is really.
I
That is a bestseller right there.
love this coop. And I'm trying to ask myself, is it because it's new or is it because it's like this is what was meant to be all this time?
Well,
you know?
they wanted the drawers out accessible from the outside of the
Mm-hmm.
coop. They didn't, so it's like this was custom made to certain specifications. It also has a cupola too. You might want to mention,
Mm-hmm.
and a drawer. But they wanted, this is what they wanted, and I could see people wanting like the hemp, like to pull out the hemp or the feed there, from the outside. Some people like to have it enclosed in the Craftsman, but I like this.
Yeah, I just love it. And also, too, again, I want to hopefully show some pictures of the process of when Ethan was putting this together. There was something he did.
I don't have those.
Oh, okay.
You have those.
They're in Drive. I uploaded them
Okay,
all.
I can see if I can find them.
So we'll talk a little bit more because here's what happened. Of course, we're behind. We're behind. Shocker. We're late, and we had to get this coop shipped out to Ethan. I think this is one of the times he was out in California for like 6 years, and then he had to kind of work his way back to maybe North Carolina. And we're like, listen, can you put this coop together real quick? I want to say, by the color of those leaves, it's October. You're up in Montana. The snow's going to start falling, so you can see he had to paint this on site. And if ever anybody knows Ethan, they know one thing about Ethan. He loves painting. Okay. No, he hates it.
Nobody likes paint
Hates
except
it.
for Sean.
Yeah, and he does. Yeah, right. He did such a good job. Hopefully, we can find the pictures. When you're spraying, you could tell that he had to spray this. You always got to be mindful of your overspray. He actually made paint spray wall shield guards on site with PVC and plastic, and I just thought that was awesome.
So we're getting some suggestions. Mike Trapp says The Statesman.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me remind everyone. Here's why I'm showing you these pictures. Yes, it's an awesome coop. We got to figure out a name. We got to figure out a name.
Is that a contest?
It is. I tell you what, whoever... I got to be careful how I say this. Yeah.
Love a good contest.
Yes, I do too. I was thinking about that before the show. And I'm not saying we're going to make a decision by the end of the show. Whoever if you give me a name that I like and we keep, We'll send you a free shirt.
Yes.
Sound good?
So give me your Ingrid at carolinacoops.com. Oh, you did a lot of restraint there. I'm impressed.
This is serious stuff right now.
I know.
No joking around.
And just send me your suggestion. One suggestion per person, right?
Yes.
Without going over.
Yeah, because I didn't think
Throw
about
them in
that.
the comments. We
See-
might decide right now. Right
Well, I
here,
mean,
right
there's a
now.
bunch
There
of
is-
people put in Lakeside, for instance. And I'm trying to see who did it first.
See, that's not bad.
I had a name for it.
Go ahead.
Really? What?
Well, it was so Kenzie had a name, and then I had a name because the customer's name is Montoya. So I said, let's call it the Princess Bride Coop, which only some people would get if
I
you
don't
know
get
that
it.
movie. That's right, you don't get it.
Yeah, don't get it.
Kenzie and I.
The
yeah.
Lakeside.
The Lakeside.
So
Lakeside is good.
here's the thing about naming something. There is a little bit of a science to it, and well, actually, there's a lot of science to it. It's all about SEO. And when you name something like we've been calling it the Montana Coop. Anyone that does a search for a chicken coop in Montana, this is going to come up. And I don't know. I like it. I don't like it, but I like Lakeside.
I do too.
I like, kind of, we used to have the Arlington. We used to have the Manor House. We used to have the, I don't know. We've used up a lot of,
Schoolhouse?
we've had the schoolhouse.
Penthouse?
I wanted to bring back some of those names. We still have the Penthouse, the standalone. We haven't done the Shed Coop in how long?
2012 said the Lakeside. He was the first one.
2012, the Lakeside. The Kentuckian.
That was from Kevin Brooks. I think he lives in Kentucky, maybe. Shout out.
Oh, well, hold on. What? Fisherman Ryan's moving? If we move to Florida, I'm going to buy a new coop from you guys. We'll be, yeah, awesome. So listen, you got more pictures?
Just that other one. I had 4.
All right, bring up some more pictures, and then I'll let you.
One.
I'll let you go to drive, and I thought it'd be fun because there's a lot going on with this coop. We see the automatic door, we see the Dutch door. You got the brooder basement.
Oh,
you got
I'm
the
sorry. Ethan says it's 15 feet. That's right.
I
It's
think
not-
it is custom.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. You're right. It
Maybe
was,
that tree right there, is that in the way?
Because that looks like an 8-foot wall with a 6-foot wall.
Yeah, he's right. It is 15. I want it to be 18, but it's not. It's 15. So it's very custom.
Yeah.
It's 8 by 15.
Because they were kind of limited on
Thank you,
space.
Ethan.
Yes.
I knew that.
So, but not to mention, this would absolutely come standard 18-foot long. We always do 6-foot walls. So here's the other thing going on. If you want, Ingrid, guys, if you can give us a name for this coop, leave that picture up. Go ahead and see if you can access Drive. And I wanted to share some more of the pictures. I think people really like seeing these pictures. And the other thing, too, is
Oh, shoot.
I love giving people the credit that they deserve. One, Evan, it's not easy to pull this stuff out of thin air. It takes a special mind to
Yeah, he's a genius.
Yeah, to listen to a customer and to make it a reality. That's a special mind, a special gift. And not only do you got to make it look good, it's got to be functional. And then you have the wonderful job of making sure that the shop can build it. That's an art in itself.
Yes.
And then to get all the way out there to Montana safely and then assembling these on site to see one of our coops, like what Ethan puts together, it is beautiful. The amount of detail that goes into the assembly, starting with the assembly, making sure everything is nice and flush, to make sure the metal's on, make sure everything's caulked, make sure everything's painted well, the hardware.
You might have done a little base there too.
Yeah, he absolutely did.
Yeah.
And you can see the Predator apron. I'm not sure if I have my YouTube chicken police here. There is a Predator apron
Can you
there.
see this that I'm sharing? Okay, you can. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell.
Okay, yeah. So
Also, shout out to Kenzie for putting together that order. She talked to the customer and made those accommodations based on their needs. I mean, she's the interface between the customer and Evan, so she took their needs and made it happen. Maybe they couldn't afford or it wasn't in their budget to get a craftsman, but they really wanted those drawers. So she said, hey, well, maybe we could do that.
that's a good point. And you know what? You're right. That doesn't get brought up a lot because one of the hardest jobs here, I would never want to be in sales. I don't know how you guys do it. It is probably one of the worst
We've made her
jobs.
the way that she is.
What she said? What'd you say, Nan?
I said we have made her the way that she is. When she's a little bit crazy, I think it's our fault.
Sales, you guys are caught in the middle and getting hit from every direction. And so you're exactly right. It's another testament to when you call Carolina Coops, you get someone like Mackenzie on the phone. You really have to listen to what the customer wants. And the good news is most of our customers are awesome. Very seldom you have the one that thinks they know everything. And here is the one time I would say the customer isn't always right. And you got to somehow do what's right for the chickens. And that can be complicated. So yeah, that is a very good point.
We have some other names.
Yeah, so guys, we'll get to the names. We'll go through it later. Hold
And
on.
I want to know what Non's name suggestion is because she is the queen of naming. She comes up with some just flat out
it comes
unbelievable
to her.
names.
It comes to her.
There's a bit of she knows the product and she's very clever.
And it comes to her
and funny. So those combinations are great.
Yeah, it comes to her so naturally. So when we were out in Vegas or Denver, I think it's when we were in Denver, we decided to do an escape room. And if you've never done one, you got to do it. And there's good ones and bad ones. Remember the time we did it with my sister? Oh God. Anyways,
that was more your sister.
That was probably the worst ever.
But there's because you want to escape.
I actually blocked that out. I totally forgot that.
We did an escape room, and so you have to name your team. And Non's like, we're the Hentastic Four. I'm like, who comes up with this? And then also I meant to get a picture of Non. She got her political sign today in the mail. You know how you put those political signs because it is election year out in the.
I love it.
Presidents are temporary. Wu-Tang is forever. I got to get a picture of it. She's got it right in her flower pot, right in front of her desk. It's kind of funny.
You can see that this matched from this picture. That
the roof on the house.
Roof. Yeah. So I mean, that's why it was like a custom.
Yeah, so let's scroll through, guys.
And
if you just
joined, tree is close.
I'm afraid to scroll only because who knows what I'm going to scroll.
Then let me do it. Yeah, no, are we in Drive?
Yes, that's what I was doing.
No, we're
that's
good.
a good picture.
Yeah,
right
look at
now, that coop can be called "We don't have a manual and we can't ship it out for self-assembly."
That's a good subtitle.
It's a little long.
That's funny. So again, it's a Carolina Coop with a drawer basement, a basement drawer. What I don't know
basement brooder.
A basement brooder
with a basement.
External drawers.
External basement drawers. I know I'm not liking it either because basement. I know basement's kind of a scary word. We got a Dutch door, guys. We are looking for a name of this coop.
I really want to know why they chose the ramp instead of the ladder.
I can't imagine how many people are like, why do they have gravel in their run?
You can see that they're going to fill it. I don't know why they have gravel in the run. There might have been gravel there to level it out, but you can see that there's a lot of space.
Definitely.
You know what it is about this coop? One, it's unique. It's beautiful. It's done. It's assembled beautifully well.
Background.
The background.
The setting.
The overcast allowed the perfect lighting. Like everything just came. Again, my jaw is still dropping. And the worst part is I had no clue. I had no clue until about
See how well your company works without your knowledge?
Yeah. Oh, you're probably right because we didn't.
See how much.
Well, it's on a cliff. I mean, well, not a cliff, but
you can see that. Yeah, that looks like a cement base. There.
And so you were asking about why the ramp, not the ladder.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any reasons for that? Why a ramp, not the ladder? Because you're a huge ladder fan.
Oh yeah, most people like the ladder.
Wait till you see the ladder. Oh my gosh, Ethan's gonna be finishing up a custom.
I have seen it. It was brought into the studio.
Yeah, people in t-shirts over that ladder.
And we had a guessing. We had a.
Yeah,
it's
contest.
in.
Yeah,
you're right.
This looks like it would need a very long ladder as well. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe just that.
Yeah,
angle.
mine needed a ladder, long ladder too.
Oh, I got it. There's nothing in Drive we need to. It's just me with a behind the scenes video. I mean, what would be that? Was this scary? What's the next one? Oh, there's me behind the. Wait, who am I talking to?
Brian Shaw.
That was the Brian Shaw meeting.
Yeah, this is the stuff I'm getting from Christopher. So I'm.
Geez, what else is in there? But Ethan also. Here's the thing I want to talk about this coop, and I want to get everyone's thought on it. Okay, look, I love the yellow leaves.
Yeah,
that is just so beautiful. The customer had us do something that was unnecessary, but again, a testament to Carolina Coops. If you want something, we'll do it. As long as we know it's not going to be harmful to the chickens. This is borderline as long as you have the right understanding that, she had us insulate it. And we're not fans of insulating the coop because you don't need to. You got to block the wind chill. That's it. And the walls do that. The windows do that.
Yeah.
But we agreed to it. And there's the egg hutch.
You can see it's a year ago because it's HDPE.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Oh, yeah, and all this would be done out of Acre. So this is real wood and high density. I do miss kind of the high density. I don't miss that.
Stop.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, really. Do I have to edit this now?
I mean, no, I love the Acre. Don't take me wrong.
I
love
think it looks
the
better, actually, inside the coop.
and environmentally too. And I'm not a tree hugging hippie, but environmentally, I'm so happy with Acre. We have less waste, less impact on the environment. It's an upcycled material. So here's the thing. So look at the inside. It's solid because Ethan insulated it. And then I probably used Luan. It's just a thin layer on the inside, and then painted it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But we still have the windows. We still have the
Please don't insulate your coops.
Yeah, you don't need to. But at the end of the day, you know,
I wouldn't have even mentioned that, but okay.
well, because I want to show it, because here's the reality of what we do. And again, if you're just joining us, we're on the Shelley. So we're missing some of the pictures. All right.
I just went on to recents.
Okay. If you could, maybe they're still uploading to Drive.
I'll take a look.
So we're looking for the name of that coop, and if we pick what you suggest, we'll definitely you win a free shirt. I ain't gonna lie, I like Lakeside.
Yeah, I do too.
So we got Big Sky Coop because it's Montana. Big Country, Montana Coop.
I do like the Statesman as well.
Statesman. Susan said the Carolina Cash Coop for stashing cash, that kind of cash, not money cash. Big Country.
Oh, Mackenzie's just tuning in. We were talking a lot about you, Mackenzie. Oh, this is probably old too. Ban. Oh no, why did they give you that option to ban? That's weird. Not really. 2 6-foot walls.
Kenzie, I gave you a shout out on that. Your
Yeah,
part in that coop.
Yeah, that is a good point, because that goes unnoticed because you don't see the art of the deal, if you will, the sales, the going back and forth,
the food and brood. Because you can breed them, and you have the fantastic.
Lakeside is my vote so far.
Well, don't persuade people
I
either
know,
too.
I know.
Which I'm just as guilty.
We're brainstorming.
Lakeside. So
my
the
other
other
wasn't long enough, so I just used the stump.
Well, because how high was your? Yeah, exactly.
My.
Here's the thing. The other reason
Samantha said it's beautiful because Ethan built it.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
I just wanted Ethan to hear that.
So
Fish and Matt Ryan voted for ladder.
I love names like the fancy town, or not towns. Oh no, we've been doing a lot of towns too. We got the Sonoma coming out soon. And then I can't remember what was the East Coast one for the larger Craftsman coop. Maybe someone can chime
Charleston.
in. No, the Charleston's the 8x.
Island coop? No.
Asheville.
No, that's for the 8x. So we got the 8x Craftsman. We got the 8x.
These are Craftsman configurations. They're all Craftsman. We just put names to
the configurations. So
I have no idea about any of that.
The interior configurations.
You do too.
I do not.
You weren't here for those meetings? You didn't get the memo?
No meetings.
All right,
no
from
memo.
now on, you have to be here for all the meetings.
Why don't you just tell me or
We
zoom me
used to
in?
call it Cliff Notes.
Just
give
zoom
her the
me
Cliff
in.
Notes.
Say we're talking about something that's going to affect Ingrid. Let's
because it
call
doesn't
her.
trigger. We've gotten better at that.
Internal
Have we not?
squabbling.
Help. We've gotten so much better because before we're like, yeah, Ingrid's got to know, but it just wouldn't trigger.
All right, I'm gonna go to Chickens in the News.
What do you mean you're going to
says
chicken?
the New
Oh, stop.
The New Englander.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to chicken. You got to give me a chance to
There
run the
was
show here.
squabbling here. So I was trying
Does
to
it bother you that much?
I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't like conflict.
This not conflict. It's called business.
Suzanne says, I'm so bummed. I already ordered my coop. I want one of those.
Oh, could you do a modification?
Could you? Yes. Oh boy, get ready, Evan. Okay, hold on. So slow down. Slow down, everyone. All right. Suzanne, is your coop already built? Did you already get your coop? Because I've seen her name a lot, so I don't know.
She's a regular listener.
Yeah. Because if it's not already in production, it can be changed, and
yeah, but we have no manual for this.
Subtitle.
And
you guys can put it together without a manual. Just don't get mad at us if you forget that we told you there's no manual. However,
yeah, that always works out well.
I know it doesn't. Evan especially has been on the phone always available for customer support because he's the one's got to make the manual. So he gets it. He understands. Of course, we're here to try to help support him. Man, Statesman and Lakeside.
Yeah. I don't know
This
about
is a
I
tough
don't know about Statesman. I mean, it's a great name. It just doesn't scream that one.
So Suzanne, let me know if you did you already
Sorry,
get
Mike.
your coop, or if it's not in production, we can change it. The food and brewed. So here, go back to the pictures of the coop. Let's make sure how we doing. Also, don't forget, share the show, give us a thumbs up, hit that heart, do all that fun stuff to help promote the show. But if you do have chickens in the news, I got new chicken in the news
Really?
audio. Yeah, just for you.
Well, it's probably on the bottom now.
See, like, oh, you got chickens in the news. You do, huh?
I
See?
do.
This is the one I've been talking about. That for the longest time I made years ago and haven't been able to use it. You do got
I
chickens.
mean, we almost made this show just so you could use that.
That is true.
It was that early.
Oh yeah, this is coming back from Radio Chicken. What do you got?
Well, thank you very much. We had a PhD medical student do a test. He ate 720 eggs in 1 month. Did you hear about this on the news?
Oh my god.
His cholesterol dropped 20%. He tried to eat an egg every hour that he was awake for a whole month.
Okay, hold on. Where are you getting this information
It
from?
has to be a student because anybody over 30 would never do that.
His name was Nick Norwitz.
Okay, where are you getting this from to begin with?
Well, it was on the news. I mean,
Into the
it's like,
mic.
well, no, okay, maybe it was on Twitter. But here he is. He's
See, here we go. I knew that was coming.
He's a PhD student at Harvard and a PhD at University of Oxford, MD student at Harvard. He has some chronic health issues, and he just wanted to try this. He's a researcher, and he says that he is very interested in metabolic health.
Reach out to him, see if he'll come on the show.
Okay. So, yeah, he tried to eat an egg every single hour for a waking hour for a month, and his cholesterol dropped 20%.
Yeah, I'm not buying the cholesterol in eggs.
His LDL cholesterol dropped.
Mm-hmm.
He ate 24 eggs a day. So, yeah. Eggs are healthy, guys.
They're probably uploading that.
Probably. I wanted to show you guys more of the pictures, so we'll just go back to them in the overlay. You just had an overlay?
Yes, they're on the top.
Go ahead. So again, we need a name for this coop. Of course, we haven't gotten to any questions yet. We love when you guys have questions. If you have any coop questions, chicken questions, comments, compliments, anything you want to say, please. Here's the place. No judgment zone. I believe in free. I feel you should be allowed to say what you want, even though I'm not allowed to.
Chase says the Plainsman. Shirley says Bluebell Coop. Steven says Pleasanton.
Okay, let me add some things. I think this is going to help.
Suzanne says it's ready to ship her coop. So
I think we confuse some people, which I'm known to do.
Agreed.
I am not looking for a name of this for this specific coop. I am looking for a name of this coop style. I want to roll this into production.
Right.
Just like the Carolina, the Craftsman, the Sonoma, the Asheville.
That I know nothing about.
But it would be an 8x18. It wouldn't be this odd size.
Or you can go longer, right? It's about having and here's why this would be complicated. See how this is a solid wall going down?
Yeah.
If you got a Carolina coop, I know Evan could figure it out. You would just have an extra piece of trim here. And what makes this where was not a second afterthought is there's no trim there. There's no like chair rail band board.
It's just seamless.
Yeah.
Well, Ethan said he did a Cali coop wall and a Carolina wall or something.
Call it the Ethan.
Now, Montana is known as the Big Sky state. So that's why I saw somebody recommend Big Sky.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Leslie Carson.
Yeah, the Montana, the Big Sky. I like the Texan. I do have a coop that is going to be coming out. I'm going to call it the Texas coop. I haven't talked a lot about it. I have a love-hate relationship with Texas, unfortunately. I mean, I love the state. Love Texas. Don't let me take that wrong.
You You hate driving across it?
No. Most of the people that are pretending to be us, copying us, are from Texas.
Oh,
I don't know
that's right.
what in the hell. You know what? It's gotten so bad. I kid you not. You ready for this? There are people copying the copiers. Oh, it's an overlay. Sorry. There are people copying the copiers. So Nan reached out to one recently, like, what are you talking about? We're copying this Coop in Texas. I'm like, oh, that's just so ridiculous. If you guys see them, there's another one where there's pictures of me, there's pictures of our Coops.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook is notorious for just saying like Carolina Coops and stuff, and then have some kind of moniker like that, and they take pictures of all different Coops and Our Coops and Matt and Nan and like Ethan and Evan. They all end up like on these people's wall. I can't spend time trying to shut these down because, as our lawyer says, it's like playing whack-a-mole.
It's awful. Yeah. That's a great analogy. And what I wanted to do for our Coops that are mortise and tenon, one was going to be the Texas Coop, one's going to be the Colorado.
Oh,
Not sure why. We were going to do that. So if you hear Texas Coop or Colorado Coop, you know they're mortise and tenon. Speaking of mortise and tenon, we got a custom Coop getting started. What's technically already been started. We had to saw all the lumber from scratch, have it kiln dry. It's all out of Eastern red cedar, and it's gonna be mortise and tenon. We're leaving it rough. If you're not sure what that means it's gonna be a nightmare.
Why are you leaving it rough then?
Because that's what the customer wants. They want a very rough, rustic look. And normally you would mill your lumber down and make it perfect, and anyone can build with perfect wood.
Interesting.
It's gonna be interesting. That
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make sure Evan doesn't fly back home. Oh, he's definitely not flying back home in a hurricane.
He said his flight was on time.
Yeah, that's what they always say.
Until you get there.
So looking for the name of that Coop. And, hey, guys, just got here. Coop is gorgeous. Thank you, Gina. So, yeah, so it's a big Coop. Here, where's the overlay again? I can't see it.
Oh, did you get to be that age?
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh.
It is
I hate
so
that
frustrating.
I can't see. I was talking to Matt about before the show.
It is so frustrating, especially with my kids. They're like, what do you mean you can't see it, Daddy? I'm like, here, go over there and hold it. Can't see it.
That's why you have kids, so they can read stuff and thread needles.
Oh, I thought it was for them to go get me a beer.
Well, that too.
Show the top view again.
The top?
The top view. Maybe up top on the hill. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, what do you call this Coop? Now, I don't mean this specific one. So I know people have said Bluebell or blue ice cream or whatever. Just because the roof is blue doesn't mean it's going to picture this painted any color roof. But it's the concept. Pull out drawers, brooder basement.
Now, Chase Smith has a good point. If you're sticking to state names for the models, then you have to go with the Montana. And then you're kind of using... Well, I don't know if this is the case, but it sounds like you're using the city or town names for the configurations. So you have a top-down approach, state and then city.
Except
top down. Oh my gosh, you just nailed it.
Except for the American, which is the outlier.
That's because of at the time
because it's the best. I mean, come on.
That's not why I named it the American.
I'm just saying. I know why you
did
named
you
it.
I don't know.
Because I was about that close to listening to people in China. Said, Matt, we'll build this Coop for you. We'll send them over to you, and you get the royalties. You don't do a thing.
Mm.
And at the time, where I'm like, this is hell, with especially employees trying to figure out how to create a good team, to figure out mass production, to figure out everything. It sounds so great to sell out. And I said, I will never live with myself. I will regret it for the rest of my life. So I said, nope. When we roll this Coop out, we're calling it the American Coop.
Oh, I like that story.
Thank you. I've told you this story. No.
I don't remember it, and I think that might be like a little thing to put on the website. I kind of like that.
Well, thank you.
A little background into the naming.
Because Nan will tell you. I mean, we were so close, and then it was one of my mentors, Charles Glover. It was right about that time. I mean, it was hell. I'm moving back to New York.
I remember the Charles
miserable. Evan, I think Evan just came into the picture then. I don't remember. Anyways, he said, when you sell out to China, you just created your biggest competitor. And that just made sense to me because they can't create anything. That's what I mean.
They just steal your plans.
That's what they're literally bred to do.
Right.
They are not, their culture, they do not raise them to be creative. They raise them to simply do what you're told. And when you really think about that, it kind of makes sense why their country's the way it is. Mm-hmm. the complete opposite of people that are like, screw this, I'm going to get on a boat, head across the ocean and start a new life. That's a different mindset.
That sounds great.
Well, if you really think about it, so when we really, like, listen, I'm fascinated and we'll get to the root cause of problems. And when you have a disagreement with someone, you really got to understand why you're disagreeing. You know what I mean? If you were born and raised, you're only allowed to be a machine and be told what you do, you can't comprehend how most of us think, right? Mm-hmm. That's all. So, yeah, American Coop. Anyways, the Montana. So, Kristen, top down. You're right. The Montana. The Tony Montana.
Or is it a different configuration of the American Coop? I mean, the Carolina.
The Carolina.
Sorry.
Well, because it's kind of like a homestead, and it's kind of like.
Ooh, the Colonial, says Fishing Matt Ryan.
Ooh. But that makes it sound like it's
old.
From Virginia.
The Colonial.
Yeah. Also, the Colonial is a more like Colonial house has like the door in the center.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Matt.
Not bad though. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Keep the ideas coming. This is better than I thought. I do like Lakeside. I don't know what it is, but I like. But now that you said top down with the Montana, and I'm not opposed to calling the Montana. I'm just like, we call everything after the state, but
we don't, because we have the Craftsman, which I named, and then the Homestead.
Yeah, you should probably you should probably sleep on it.
I wanted to bring in our picture, but
Ethan votes for the Tradesman.
The Tradesman.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit the themes.
All right, let's do some questions. Let's get to some questions. There's 75 of us. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful dry afternoon, because God knows we're not.
Yeah.
I think actually it's starting to get a little bright out there. We got a hurricane coming over.
And anyone in Georgia and Florida and Asheville areas, supposed to be
let us know.
Bad. Like,
let us know how you're faring and how your chickens are.
Yeah. I know Sparky Prep said he locked them in the coop and closed the windows, and he's in Florida, so that's probably smart.
Yeah.
Because sometimes chickens don't make good choices.
They do have bird brains.
So if you're just joining us, we're looking for a name of that style coop that I want to add to production. I feel like it is so nice. One of the downsides is, yes, you're taking up run space, but you have the brooder basement. But if you're worried about run space, just go longer with the run.
Or free range.
Keep the brooder basement open until you need it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The beauty of it.
Yeah.
The only problem is you can't access the back of the brooder basement because of the drawers. So there is a trade-off there.
That's a good point. And something just occurred to me. When we're on Fox and Friends next Saturday, what we're going to be highlighting is why our coops make it so easy that anyone can have chickens. So we're not going to just talk about the different coops and kind of get us on the stage. We're now going to peel back a couple layers. Oh, I kind of wish that coop was the one we were showing off. Right? Or is that too much?
Well, no.
It's got too many special order things.
And
besides, it's not solidified.
Yeah,
as
people can't call
yet.
and order that and have a manual.
We don't have a manual to ship out for self-assembly.
Thank you, Nan. I'm with
bad?
you.
Can I get a button with that recording on it?
Like the Staples thing?
Yes, because it's not that easy.
The reverse Staples button.
So, all right. It is 1:00. We haven't done any questions yet. Please ask your questions.
Here.
Go ahead.
Gina, our friend.
Thank you, Gina.
My rooster is attacking one of my hens. Could it be because she's molting?
Because she's pretty.
Yeah.
Nah, if she's molting. Yeah, maybe they're into that kind of thing.
Well, aren't they? I mean,
they're naked, right?
Is it brand new? Oh, it's because they're naked. That would have been a golden bell. That's not bad. That's funny.
You get a free T-shirt.
Thanks.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll take a bailiff out.
I bet you would.
For your 5 chickens.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Is it? Did the hen not get attacked before until she started molting?
Yeah, we have questions, Gina. We have follow-up questions.
Maybe she's molting because she's being over.
Yeah, it's trust.
Oh, she's like, pulling your. Is that what you women do? You start pulling your hair out when you get all this kind of attention.
No, he could be pulling her feathers out.
Oh.
But it is normal to be molting this time of
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
and it's normal for a rooster to have a favorite. Maybe you just notice it
But
more.
with a rooster, so when they're molting, they're usually like they isolate a little bit. They're much meeker than
Yeah, they are.
normal.
Yeah.
So is the rooster sensing that and going for the easy lay?
Them damn men. These are good questions. I'm
mean,
curious.
I'm just wondering.
This is almost where I wish we could pick up the red phone and call Dr. Crespo. Because that's a very good question. This is something we've never talked about that I recall.
And actually, the mating is supposed to die down a little bit this time of year. You know,
Right,
we have
'cause it's
peak
not-
fertilization in the eggs in the spring, but it depends on how many chickens she has.
So, Gina, let us know a little bit more details about
Yeah,
this.
how
We
many
would lo-
chickens do you have?
How many chickens? How many
Oh,
roosters?
if you're comfortable answering, if anyone would
If
understand.
you say 5, we'll understand. Just do 5, wink, and then we'll get it.
Yeah.
That really just means that Kristen only has 8 hens, but 3 of them are bantams, so they don't even count. She's said this for
Aw,
years.
Thank you. Thank you, Non.
You have
Non's
so
on one
many
side.
I cannot believe how many chickens you had in that
She
coop.
only has 8.
Well,
Leave her
no, hold on.
alone.
It was kind of smart. Are you going to leave the top?
That was not intentional, but I think now I think I might leave it.
Because we've talked about leaving that open in general and put screen up there. And the people are like, well, I need windows for even more ventilation. But they were all perched up on top of that gable.
All 5 of them.
Yeah.
You showed Matt.
Yeah.
And I am proud of you. That coop does look good. I know they're not easy to put together.
When she showed me, I was shopping. I was like, oh, I want that one and that one. And I can't tell. So Gina says she's not new, but he has never.
Oh, I love this pull in that comment. The weight. White B68.
Wait, what?
No, you had it.
Here?
It's funny.
Yeah. Wait, you guys know how many chickens you have?
That should be a T-shirt. That's funny.
That's relatable. I don't count them, not really on purpose. So I can say I don't know.
So what did Gina say? He's never mated with her before.
And she's not new.
So she's molting. Easy target.
Yeah, I think so.
Did I hit the nail on the head there?
Yeah.
You might have.
Yeah.
Have you felt that way before or something?
No, I don't molt.
No, you know what I mean? Like, is that something that if you're not feeling... Like, does that happen in real life?
I can tell you that when I lived in New York, I got asked directions when I would be on a subway platform because what I guessed was because I was the least threatening person on that subway platform because I'm, barely 5 feet tall. And I would usually be like doing a crossword puzzle or something. Look like I belonged there. Because I knew where I was going. And foreigners or anybody that wasn't from the city would ask me directions. Like every time.
Hold on. What's a subway platform?
The platform when you're waiting for the subway.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was called a platform. That's
Yeah.
good to know. Because, I've been on the New York subways. Not a lot, so I don't know what it's called. But my kids have never been. And I don't know if I should or not.
That's how I used to get around everywhere.
When we were in New York City last year for the show, I was blown away at how cleaned up it's gotten and how nice it was. Everyone was really nice except for the one dude yelling at us. I wish I would have got that on video. The Hilton, that's not bad.
I'm sure that's trademarked.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's a good-
Saratoga.
Saratoga? I think we've actually brought that word up one time, Saratoga. See, I do love a
It's a
lot
great
of those
place for a
names.
show.
But anyways, any other questions? What are your questions? Now is the time to ask. I think I'm done talking about the chicken coop. I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
We should sometime do a show and tell with our listeners.
What do you mean?
Just everybody send us in a picture of your chicken coop, and we'll just go through them, like a
We're
little
trying.
show and tell.
We're trying to do that.
A
Yeah,
VCL
but not
version.
But not. Yeah, like Kelly's reaching out to past customers, but we have our regulars here, which you can always send pictures to Kelly or
IngridFrom.com. So wait a minute. So what are you saying? So they send them pictures of the coop and we just go
we just
over
do a
them?
show and tell.
Yeah, like this
A little,
is
like-
Matt's. I have pictures of Matt's coop, but like Matt's coop, and I have.
Who knows?
my
Maybe you'll get
trap
some
scoop.
ideas.
Honestly, I wish. So like there's a page on Facebook called Carolina Coops Owners Forum.
Yeah.
We've had them on. And that's turned into not what I think they intended it to be. And it was a place to show and tell your Carolina Coops. Show us how you
Right. This would open it up to our listeners, though. So these are people.
So, with that said, and someone else suggested to have a Facebook fan page just for VCL.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so maybe there's something there that
Yeah.
this can all that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
To be honest with
And
you.
then
Maybe I'll have to
And
do
leave
that.
your questions
Okay.
and comments in there, and maybe we'll bring it up during the regular live show. And if you remember too, I want to get it so people can call in and ask their questions again. I got to figure out that software. I'm sure I'm overcomplicating it. And we also talked about that if you're having trouble with your coop, I thought it'd be so much fun if they got good signal, good audio. They can go around with their phone showing us what's going on with their coop. Because typically we can spot it fairly quickly.
I have water in my coop today.
I bet. I
So
bet.
I wish I
Francine-
had some more straw.
Francine says the Conestoga. It's wide like a wagon and carries everything.
Hold on. Conestoga. Am I saying it right? Conestoga?
Mm-hmm.
So what is a Conestoga?
Isn't it a type of wagon?
It must be. I didn't know that. Hey, Siri. What is a Conestoga? A Susquehannock? I wasn't even close on that one. Conestoga. That's hard to say, though.
Yeah, you need
The
something easy to spell,
Patriot.
recognizable,
The country-
SEO benefits.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
you have us on Facebook. Good job, Ingrid. The Presidential, the Flagship, Freedom, Grand Master.
The little bighorn.
Keep them coming. Keep 'em-
Yeah,
I like
we
this.
like
I like where it's
this.
going. I don't like any of them, but keep them. I like the.
Well, you
I
know
like
what
the
it
ideas.
does?
It starts.
It spurs things.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Like when-
Seneca.
Yeah.
Let's get one for each Finger Lake.
Yeah. Right. The Cayuga,
Somebody, but
Cuca,
Something that we can spell.
what was it? Yeah.
the Canandaigua.
Yeah,
No.
no upstate New York names.
Yeah, when you-
'cause
yeah,
that's ridiculous.
yeah,
I can't
it's-
even pronounce where my
Those
husband
probably have
grew
a
up.
negative SEO rating.
Canandaigua. See, that's how you learn how to spell them when you're
Canandaigua.
Canand.
Leslie says, make the style name of the coop where the first one of that style was delivered and built.
I
I
agree,
like that
and
too.
that's
It has
what
a
we
tradition behind it.
Yes.
And
What
a
if we
story.
bring back the townhouse? Because if you live in a townhouse, you live kind of like in a stacked. I feel like it's like stacked shoeboxes, but this is more like storage and nursery or quarantine stacked on top of the hen house.
But wasn't the townhouse that really like
The long skinny one.
2x9?
Okay. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Then I'm just gonna do this. Hold on. You want? Oh no. You want to talk about bringing something back? I am so mad that we have not done this yet. I've shown this coop, and let me touch on some things here. I think you guys are gonna like.
You're touching a lot of things on here.
Shocker. All right. I want to show you guys a coop.
How many programs of SketchUp are you going to open at once? Because
Well, yeah. That was layout. Gotta sign in. I want to show you. Okay, good. You got my fingerprint over there.
yeah, I fused it onto my finger, so
Hold on.
making
Hold
things
on.
easier.
Give me a second. Carry on.
All right, Kristen, you have to vamp.
Kristen, it's
Well, I guess I can explain what Matt and I were talking about before. I was in the process of building my chicken coop, and I really wanted to get my chickens in the coop so I could put down some grass seed, and they definitely eat the grass seed. So I put it in there without having the upper triangles above the interior chicken door, above the ladder, those two triangles that close off the hen house from the run. I just didn't do that because I was in a hurry to get the chickens in, and what do you know? They went to the highest place, and I've got a nice little row of chickens sleeping, facing out into the run on that
all
upper
three of
level.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're all different colors, so it just looks cool. Maybe we can share that picture one day. Really quickly.
Maybe we'll show that on the Facebook
I want
page
to get it where.
Oh yeah.
that we make.
Yeah.
All right. So hold on.
Are we sharing your screen yet?
No.
No, not yet. But that was.
We've got-
Thank you for bringing that up.
We've
'Cause
got SketchUp.
You just reminded me something else. Wait till you guys see this coop that Ethan's gonna be finishing up soon. It is
The one in the mountains?
Is this the cedar coop?
No, the
Because you were
cedar
supposed
coop's
to
gonna be nuts. That's all live edge.
Oh, okay, because you were going to talk about that. I thought. I don't know. You said something about a custom coop. I had to listen to the show to find out what we teased for this week.
Yeah. And another thing that I want to bring back is the chicken confessionals.
Confessionals.
Yeah, wait,
Do
what?
you have any chicken confessions? We had some guy call during that show that we tried to do that, and he had a crazy amount of chickens in a 6x American coop. Do you guys remember that?
I sort of do.
It was like unbelievable.
And hold on, I'm gonna find it. Hold on, I think I know where it is. Speaking of townhouse, I don't know why we don't do more townhouses again. And is it in?
Because we don't have a manual for that, and we can't ship it for self-assembly.
Thank you, Nan.
Yeah, that should be a
You're
reporting.
welcome.
Townhouse sounds like a tall, narrow coop.
It was a very thin coop.
Oh,
it was like
cool.
it was only like 2 feet wide, right? It was smaller than, or maybe 3 feet.
Hold on,
3
hold
feet.
on.
3 feet
Let's
wide.
do this real quick. 'Cause we were doing this. We were talking about this earlier, and this is another one that it's like, why are we not?
Yeah, this is like my.
Yeah, if we
I just told you why we are not.
Was I supposed to be listening?
Yes, and it's like when Matt says, well, "What do you mean we don't have this on the website?" I'm like, oh. So I feel your pain, Nan, because he does it to me every day. Too.
All right, so here is, look at this beauty. This is Mr. Fahey's coop. And this is an American style, so it's not a Carolina style, but still.
Yeah.
Look
And
at
look at
this.
all the functionality. He had a unique space. I believe it was 10 by 10.
Yeah.
And he needed a chicken coop for a 10 by 10 space.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: once again, we do not have an assembly manual
Right.
for this
But
to ship out for
this was built
self-assembly.
on
Give us
site,
a
right?
call. Here's, you know how we get assembly manuals done? By selling them, and then we get sick and tired of getting yelled at for not having an assembly manual. Even though we got it in blood, they said, okay, I understand there's not an assembly manual. We'll send them pictures. You have build support. This is a killer coop, too.
Yeah.
This is right up
Evan
Evans alley.
is so mad at you right now.
The Brady, we call it the Brady Bunch. Anyways.
No, it's. I mean, because I like the two different areas. I like the brooder basement, accessible on both sides. The egg hutch pantry is nice. I don't know that you necessarily need that. That could be an add-on.
I love the Clara Story roof.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it
Claire
called?
Story?
Claire Story? Because it's like 2 shed roofs in one.
Right, with the windows above.
Yeah, it has like transom windows, but they don't open. But it's still beautiful.
But they could. We could absolutely make that where.
yeah, but that would have to be like, you'd have to do it on a hydraulic, like remote thing, because you wouldn't be able to reach it.
It does get very, very complicated. The other thing, too, actually, I don't think I'm going to see it. Oh, I remember what it's called. Because this is where the first one was going to go. Can you... Oh, is it in this one? I found it.
Really? That was called the Canada Coop?
Because...
No, I remember that one.
Yes, because... So check this coop out, folks. I want someone to call and say, Matt, I want that coop.
Are you sharing that screen?
I am now. So
Okay.
if you look down here...
Yeah, I was noticing it wasn't on there.
All right. I love this coop. One, because when I designed it years ago, the whole idea was it was a company up in Canada that was growing some type of fruit.
Pears.
Pears, thank you. And they were going to have multiple of these tractor coops go through between the trees, and that was part of their biological pest control. So I'm like, oh, I love that idea.
So this was originally a tractor coop?
Yeah, this is technically a tractor
'Cause
coop.
it's on skids?
Nice, yes. These are the skids right there. Now, here's the thing, folks. When it comes to tractor coops, you don't need them. But here is a moment where I was like, now that makes sense. All right. If you're going to get a coop and you think you're going to move it around your yard, I guarantee you you're gonna quit. Everyone does. And then you're going to open it up and let the chickens move around. But let's say for some reason you needed a chicken tractor, or this was what started as a townhouse. We put a gabled roof on it, and that looks 12-12 pitch. We called it the Arlington. And
I would advise having a small farm or tractor to pull it around. You're not going to do this by hand.
no, I bet you Ethan
What
could.
does the inside look like?
Yeah, that's
Not
what
everyone is built like
I don't have my
Ethan.
keyboard.
I want to know how many chickens it holds.
Well, this is a
5.
okay. So
I could put 40 in there.
all right. So yeah, this is a 48 by. Oh gosh, I hate not having my keyboard. Oops. That's 48 by 6. So 12. And you can see how old this. Yeah, because there's 2 6-foot roost bars in there.
It's the same
Oh,
hen
that's
house as
right.
our regular hen house.
Check-
It's just a little flippy.
Right, but check this out. This is a coop you never have to clean. You don't need a floor in the hen house. You
I
just
like that.
you put roost bars up here. You let all the chicken droppings go right to the ground, and you slide it.
So
okay.
why is there a drop down door?
Because I think originally I was starting to design it with that as an option, and was like, wait a minute, you don't even need the deep litter system in here. But obviously you could, and obviously this can be changed. And someone actually, a comment recently on YouTube, someone asked, do you even need a hen house? Can I just put a run in there with roost bars? Technically you can, as long as you got somewhere for them to get away from the wind.
Yeah, so that's why it's nice to have the sides.
So I wanted to bring this back, call this to Arlington, and look at, you got to think about a lot of the stress that this is going to go under when pulling it.
Yeah.
And it's got to be perfectly flat. And
Why was it the Arlington?
I don't know. Because we had a townhouse. I remember.
Did
Yes.
you live in Arlington?
No, close. And then someone said, I want a townhouse with a gabled roof. And I think because of A, and that looks like an A, I just said to call it the Arlington. We don't have
I
to.
thought the townhouse did have a gabled roof. It didn't.
No, it had a shed roof, actually.
It had a shed roof, okay.
Had a shed roof. So there was those drawings. And I wanted to I'm going to send you a picture, Ingrid, that I want you guys to see a sneak peek of what's Ethan's got going on. Oh, thank you, Ethan. Did you do what I asked? He didn't.
Someone said the Liberty. Canandaigua was where Kenzie grew up. Question. Question. Shall we?
Yes. Gary says, we have a hen with a droopy lower eyelid, swelling under the eye, no other symptoms. No other chickens affected?
No, I can't read. Wait. Okay.
It's a pop-up here.
Oh, Matthew.
Are there over-the-counter drops that would help? Hey, actually, Ingrid, did you have this issue with Midge?
I did. So Midge, well, she didn't have a droopy lower lid. What she had is Midge is my tiny bantam that's like the size of a pigeon. And she had one, I noticed her left eye was closed. And